Hi, this is Mario, um, and I've come back to you to talk about the carnivore diet with some pretty good news. Um, those of you that have seen my videos from when I started, uh, I I've been on carnivore diet for about 8 months and some change, and today I can report that I lost 106 pounds in 8 months. Um, uh, I'm very happy about that. When I got on the scale and at the doctor's office the other day. Even he couldn't believe it. And he said, "Whatever you're doing, Mario, just continue to do it." And I wanted to use that opportunity to tell him exactly the type of diet I was on, but I just wanted to stay in, you know, within the confines of the good news and not debate about it and get his professional opinion about the carnivore diet. But it's working. Um, and I gotta tell you, man, I feel so good. If you see some of my other videos when I started, how I looked and how I felt, and this is the only diet I could ever live with. I could never live with those other diets. This is like an eating plan that I can stick with uh, until I get all this weight off of me, all of it. Um, and don't ask me how I didn't cheat, especially during the holidays. I don't know, but I guess it was the pain of or fear of going back to overeating and feeling sluggish. And I'm going to go back and tell you from the beginning, the reason why I got on a carnivore diet, a good friend of mine, my neighbor, told me about it, was because I was in the hospital and I didn't know what I was really in for. My body was retaining a lot of water, and I was feeling lousy, and they couldn't get the water out of me. They were giving me diuretics and stuff, and it took a while. So I'm like, what's going on? So I asked the doctor for a diagnosis and a prognosis, and he said, "Oh, you're in you're in heart failure." He just said it very casually. I said, I couldn't believe it. Um, he, like, is that why I'm here? Yeah. He said, yeah. So basically, I was in the hospital almost 3 weeks, and I'm going to show you a picture of myself uh, in the hospital. It's crazy looking at it right now, man. I could hardly fit in the bed. I had blew up, and I told the doctor, so you don't have to worry about me coming back here. At least it is. I said, can it be reversed? That's what I wanted to know. He said, yes, it can. You have to lose a substantial amount of weight. So that's how I got to be on the carnivore diet, and because I was in heart failure. So this is crazy. 106 pounds. I just, how I metrically or in poundage, I'm old school, so I think of like 5 pound bags of sugar. Like how many 5 pound bags of sugar? Like, you see what I'm saying? I can measure that way. It's a lot of weight. And my clothes, I have clothes that I bought new because I used to shop at this king size place. That's the only way I could get I can, only way I can get my clothes. And I have clothes that had tags on them. Uh, and I'm getting in them right now, so I didn't have to buy any new clothes for the winter. You know, I went to the doctor's office. I had two pair of pants on because other ones didn't um, fit snugly. And when I was talking to the receptionist, I was with my friend Ramon, and as I was talking to the receptionist, my pants fell down, the first pair, but thank God, a lot of people weren't around. And then he pulled them up. It's just crazy. So I had to tie them and ball them up. They were very loose fitting, and I guess that was a blessing, even with the embarrassment. Uh, instead of opposed to being too tight or too snug, or just can't wear them anymore because they were splitting. Uh, um, the obsession is like it's been lifted from me. Just that obsession with sugar and to have something in my mouth, and snacks and all that. I don't feel like I want it. You know, I did a lot of things. Like I would have a lot of things to help me get by. Like little snacks, the zero sugar ready whip, which I recommend to everyone that has a fat. It has all of that, and it's got doesn't have sugar. So sometimes when I have the uh, urge, I just spray it in my mouth. I mentioned that before, and I tell you, it takes the urge away with sugar and stuff like that. Cream cheese. I eat it sparingly, uh, and it helps me. I can have that, the carnivore. Um, the only problem I can say that I've had is constipation, because I wasn't taking enough fat intake. So it's very important that you like have fatty pieces of meat, which sounded crazy to me before. So what about the lean pieces of? No, you got to eat fatty pieces of meat, butter, you know, and you'll just lose weight metabolically, and also as far as being constipated, you won't have that problem. Because once I uh, brought up my intake of fat, I didn't have a problem with constipation. So that's just a little tidbit for you. But it's nice to see people and they say, they think I had a haircut or something different about you. And for the fiesta, it's my neighbor. Oh my God, makes so much noise. Um, for the Fiesta Resistance for my birthday, I was at a club, which I haven't been. I'm 64 years old. I don't go to clubs anymore. And I went out with my son and his wife and a dear friend of mine. And someone said, Mario, dance, come on. And I was like, and when I was younger, I was a dancer. Love to dance, but I got up there and I danced. Okay, I danced. I have it on video. I can prove it. And I danced, a few records, and it was good. Um, I shocked myself. Pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with the results. but I can't believe it. I'm still in disbelief. That's why. Oh my God, 100 over 100 pounds. Can you believe that? I mean, it's just, and I'm eating, and I'm not hungry, and I just ate something a little while ago, and I'm not thinking about food, and you know what I mean. And if I want to, I can have another meal, and I'm done with just 2 meals. You know, when you're on this diet, you probably won't have 3 meals. You just have two. You'll be so full, you know. And you find creative ways to make the steak. And yes, you can have hamburger. You know what I'm saying? And beef. You know, sometimes I feel like I want some fried pork chops. I can have that, but it's a blessing. You know, if I'm somewhere and I need a quick meal, I can go into McDonald's, even though it's garbage, and I can order me two triple burgers. You know, they're real thin, and scrape off the pickle, right? Throw the bun away, and just maybe put a little hot sauce in it, and I eat those burgers. Drink with some ice cold water down, or maybe some iced tea with a little spartamy in it, and that's it. I'm on my way. Seltzer water. Another thing, seltzer water is a blessing. Okay, seltzer water is a friend if you're on this carnivore diet. So, but I'm telling you right now, uh, this thing works, and I'm so grateful. And like I said, I encourage you to look at some of my other videos, and you can see me. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I mean, I can move around. I'm pretty fluid. I vacillate back and forth in this apartment, and that's a blessing. I can actually walk. You know, I have a scooter, okay, mobility scooter, because I have back problems, and I'm not going to phase it out completely, but like I said, I have more mobility now, and I try to walk as much as I can, you know, and I'm going into the next phase now too. So it's just a program called Silver Sneakers. When you get my age, I refuse to. I feel like I'm 40 now. I'm 64, but they have a thing with ARP and if you're 64, you live in New York, 65, you can get Silver Sneakers. You can get the yoga, at like Blink uh, or one of those other gyms, and you can work out, and it's pretty good. I mean, have somebody to help you there, and I'm going to get involved in that now. Really cold in New York now, but like I said, when it breaks spring, I plan to, you know, go to the next phase. But for right now, I'm so grateful, and I'm just in the moment. I'm in the moment, and I want to tell everybody that the carnivore um, diet works, and try it. Give it a try, and don't listen to people trying to tell you, oh, it's unhealthy and all these things. It works. If keto works for you, that's fine. Eventually, I would like to do the keto. But for right now, I had to do this because I was in heart failure. So honestly, I couldn't bullshit, right? Couldn't play with this. But, I'm 64 years old. I turned 64 December 11th, and my bones and my limbs, and my joints couldn't hold on to that weight anymore. Mm-mm. But I feel so blessed right now. I just want to share that with everyone. And God, 106 pounds. My God. And, and it was, it, I'm not going to tell you, yeah, it was difficult at times, in the beginning, yeah, but in the end, it was just like, oh, hat. I didn't even think about. I set myself up to win, like I said in one of my videos. Uh, I have a neighbor that brought me some sweets over, and I told him I was on the diet, but he brought the sweets over here and anyway, so I just gave them to another friend of mine because we were watching the Knicks tonight, Sunday. And I gave it to him. I have a neighbor upstairs that gives me, she's Puerto Rican, and she brings down every year. I've been living in this building since 1987, so I'm in New York, and she always comes down with pasteles de yuca, has yuca and all kind of succulent meat in it. It's really delicious, but since I can't have plants and all that, so I couldn't have it. So she brings me down a dozen, but unbeknownst to her, I gave them out to some of my friends for Christmas. So yeah, here's four for you, three for you. I gave them out, and that's the first Christmas I've ever done that because I love those things, man. You put them in a pot for an hour, let them boil, put a little salt. And when you open up that paper, take the string off of it, man, you have a treat, and it's impacted in juca, the juca plant. It's just like a real indigenous type of meal. It's everything that I want. I'm a sweet eater too. I'm like the Cookie Monster, the original Cookie Monster. I love sweets. Cake. I love sweet things like wedding cake. I like that sort of thing with the moist insides. Like rum cake and all of that stuff. And I haven't had any. 8 months and some change. So here I am. And I promised I would make a video. Sorry it took so long, but I've just been enjoying myself, enjoying this time. I hope I can encourage somebody out there to do it. You look at my other videos, you look at me right now, you're gonna know. Okay. It's happening. It's happening, man. It's really happening, baby. I recommend the carnivore diet. If you want to go to keto later, all right, fine. But you know something, you need to, just it's like an elimination thing. Also, electrolytes, get your electrolytes, you know what I mean? I have this stuff I got on Amazon, and I put a couple of teaspoons and 12 ounces of water. And I don't care what anybody says, man. You're on a diet, you lose a lot of essential minerals and salts. And when I take that, my energy level goes, you know, I'm getting involved in projects again. Uh, I'm back into my music. Uh, right now, I'm doing music for a movie called Small Potatoes. I'm doing a theme song for that music. I've been in music for quite a while, um, but I had the opportunity, and I was just so in my funk uh, and sickly. I was really procrastinating and just lethargic, and you don't feel like you want to create music. I write music, and I write songs, and a dear friend of mine is making that movie, and he said, Mario, I'll give you the opportunity, come on, man. But I wasn't ready, but I did it, and they loved the song, and it's a blues song and stuff. I'm a musician, and I play the guitar, piano, and everything. So but my spirit was there, and I think I'm back. I think I'm back. Okay. So let's see what happens going forward. And thanks for listening. My name is Mario. I'm from New York. And call me Carnivore Mario. For real. Thank you. Have a good day. And you'll be hearing from me soon.